My name is Kohei Nagata. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Here, which is a voice call for long-distance couples, families, and BFF. Uh, Thank you so much for having me to do the pitch. Just 5 minutes, right? Can I can I start it?
For it.
Yeah. So as I said, I'm making the app right now, and we started a project December 2020, and we started crowdfunding and got in just 2 weeks we got 10,000 US dollar, and by 101 paid user in 2 weeks, because as I said, because of COVID-19, all of the long distance couples and families and BFF are separated, and
Mhm.
they have been separated over 1 year. The only connection that we have is our online communication right now, but there's so many frustration, right? One thing, which is a voice call. You know, we are using Remotehour because the current, voice call like Zoom or WhatsApp and other communication tool is so frustrating, right? It's same here. Like we have a WhatsApp, but it's really hard to know whether they can talk right now or scheduling a time. Like in United States last year, a drop-in communication tool like a Clubhouse or Spaces or any other apps, like got so trend, right? But they're not so many closed, focused drop-in communication tool. And yeah, so we started a project with the community, and right now the app is only available by invitation, and it's still small amount of users, but they are loving it and they use the app every single day. Right now, I came back to Japan for a while to fundraise for a seed,
Mhm.
and if I, it's really grateful that you could give me some advice about it.
Yeah. So tell me more. How many users do you have, and also what's your plan to actually monetize the platform?
Okay, so right now it's our total 152 users right now. It's still small amount of users.
Mhm.
Uh, and the plan for monetizing is a subscription. It's really it's not so normal to pay for the communication tool like a SNS,
Right.
but we believe that since Facebook and Twitter and Instagram became the how do I say, the channel of the company, and also like competitive stuff for others, and also like the company using our personal data to monetize it, right? I don't feel comfortable using it to stay in touch with like the most important people, and it shouldn't be there shouldn't be our you know advertisement in the most closed place.
So
Clubhouse and
so
yeah,
essentially, your hypothesis is that people will pay for privacy.
yep,
Okay.
definitely, because like lives are there are several successful companies
Hmm.
in the past, which lives are 360, and also to up. Okay, all right. So, and 2 years
I'm
ago,
I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm just switching cameras.
okay,
It's
so 2 years ago, YC or their company called Cocoon
hmm
in the US that focusing on closed community. It's just the same messaging app. It's just focusing on small group, but they raised 3 million US dollar from like famous United States angel investor and VC, and also like there are alumni for YCon. And also there are, as I said, live 350, 360. Like it's not so many successful cases are right now, but they are getting, people will start noticing that they need a closed place.
Yeah,
Or
I think there's a couple of thoughts here, right? This is a very you're very early, right? You're very very early, right? You've got a few hundred users. The next thing you have to do before this is investment ready, to be honest,
Mhm,
is to prove it out. Prove that people actually want this, and that the way that you're pitching it, it as a paid service is going to actually work. So if the community is that valuable, then there's presumably going to be they're going to
mhm,
be inviting. There's going to be an element of virality to the app. But the hypothesis that you have to validate is, for this, are people willing to pay it? And that's,
mm,
so few companies. I mean, yes, you talk about the Facebooks of the world and monetizing the data. That's 1% of the 1% of the 1%. Most apps die in obscurity. So you are selling privacy uh, as a monetized app. So I think you have to be able to prove that hypothesis before this is really going to take off. Because it's been hard for these walled gardens, these communities where it is paid. You can do it in certain, I've seen paid forums and things like that. So, in history, there is some precedent to it. But you have to show that people are going to be willing to do this, because if not all of their, contacts are in this system, if not all their contacts are willing to pay, then some are going to get left outside. Then they're going to say, this app is
mhm.
incomplete. I can't talk to everybody. So I think you're going to really have to think through that, and demonstrate that pretty clearly before it's going to be an investable company.